Don't call it a comeback. Deku said knock you out. I, Uraraka, I'm gonna knock you out. Boom! What's up? It's Truth Hero, and welcome back to another My Hero Academia chapter review. The last battle between Class 1A and Class 1B is finally at its climax, but a lot happened to get it there. So let's dive into Boku no Hero Academia chapter 215 in the manga and see just how this battle has been playing out so far. Now, chapter 215 opens up with Deku seemingly having control of his quirk Black Whip as his emotions are in check and he's very focused. But the real question is, can he maintain this? Specifically, as we see later in this chapter, it's not so much if Deku can control his emotions, but can he remain calm when someone else is having an emotional reaction around him? Shinso confronts Deku saying, "Were you just bluffing the entire time? Now I regret showing you mercy." He even asks Deku in a panicked way, "What are you, some type of monster?" Now, this is of course not the truth. Deku really was hurt by his quirk. He really did lose control of Black Whip, and this causes Deku some cognitive dissonance. He knows that he's telling the truth, but also that Shinso thinks he's lying, and because of this, has another emotional reaction, which yet again causes Black Whip to spiral out of control. I like this. I like that Deku has to be so totally in control of his emotions that one slip up or distraction can mean devastating results with his quirk. People were really worried about, with the addition of 6 new quirks, that Deku might become OP, but I think it's fine as long as there's some downsides and some limitations to these. And I'd certainly say that not having complete control of your emotions is certainly a drawback to Black Whip. Also, before this, Deku's only been using 20% of his power. His body isn't yet adapted to Black Whip since it's at full power. Before Deku goes OP, he'll have to really concentrate to master each quirk. But let me know what you guys think down below. How will Deku, through training, adapt his body for these quirks? Also, what are your thoughts on Black Whip, a quirk that is very powerful, yet needs laser focus to operate? On to everyone's favorite character in all of My Hero Academia, Naito Monoma. Now this is the spicy development we've all been waiting for. Monoma sort of taunts Uraraka about his copy quirk here, talking about the 5-minute time limit, as well as the copy number limit, which is apparently 3 due to the number of watches Monoma wears. Now, Uraraka doesn't really fall for this.
You smart.
But I love the idea of Monoma increasing his capabilities, upping not only the amount of quirks he can copy, but also the time he gets to use them. And then, shit gets real. Monoma reveals another aspect of his copy quirk, which is the effects of quirks he's used will remain unless they directly affect his physical body. The example we see here is using Kodai's size quirk to increase the object's volume, and then using Yanagi's poltergeist to move said object. In this case, the object will retain its size due to the effects of quirk number 1, while being poltergeisted by quirk number 2. This makes Monoma incredibly useful, since the effects of quirks he's used could last forever, regardless of a 5-minute time limit. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. What if Monoma were able to use Todoroki's ice quirk first, then copy Juzo Hononuki's softening quirk? He could freeze and soften the entire icy battlefield for 5 minutes, long after he's copied Todoroki. But there is another, perhaps darker option to Monoma's lingering ability. It is now confirmed that if Monoma copies All for One, or a quirk that allows him to transfer quirks to people, then copies a second quirk, he can transfer this second quirk to a person and they will retain this quirk forever, since the effects of All for One or the transfer quirk are permanent, even when those 5 minutes are up. Now, obviously Monoma doesn't do this in this chapter, but he still has a really badass moment here. It's revealed that when Monoma first swung at Deku, he used Shota's twin impact on that initial hit. All Monoma had to do is just sit back, relax, wait for Uraraka to capture him and throw him in jail, and for the lingering effects of twin impact to activate. I guess it's true what Monoma said. Sometimes a side character always gets the last laugh. This also reassures me that Monoma was simply taunting his enemies like he always does and trying to get in their head when he gave that whole monologue about being a side character and going against the main hero. I guess for now, Monoma doesn't really have any villainous intent. But I'll keep my eye on him. Besides this great development from Monoma, we see the class battle continue, with Class 1A getting themselves into a bit of a pickle as they're facing Shodai, Yanagi, and of course, Shota, aka Chubby with the moves. why is Class 1A having the tables turned on them so easily by Class 1B? I don't like this. There's really no explanation here other than Chubby with the moves got used to the combo between Mineta and Ashido. Perhaps there's not enough panels to show the change in momentum here, but I really wish we got to see more of the fight scenes between the other students besides Deku, Shinso, and Monoma in Class 1A and Class 1B. But speaking of Miss Alien Queen in trouble, look at Kirishima with the commentary. Things are looking bad for Ashido, but why did Kirishima say this? He makes no mention of Deku. No mention of Mineta, who's actually right next to Ashido. Oh, that's right. Ship it. Ship that shit and send it out like a package. Move over, Bakugo. Kirishido for the win. No, Kiri Queen. What have I done? Oh wait, Uraraka for the win. Comeback achieved. I love that Horikoshi is making Uraraka really skilled in combat because it shows that she can be a hero even without Deku's help. In the last chapter, she used Gunhead's martial arts against Monoma, and now here, she saves her friends in the nick of time. And all you guys on Twitter say Horikoshi doesn't respect his women characters because of Momo's clothing. Please, come on, miss me with that. I truly believe that Uraraka has had the best underrated character development in My Hero Academia. We know other characters have developed like Ida, or Shoto confronting his past, or even Bakugo and Deku developing through fighting, but no one's really talking about Uraraka, and I think it's important to. Originally, I didn't think Uravity, a girl that can make things float or just drop them, would be a strong hero. But now that we see her motivations for being a hero reinforced, and that she has these new combat abilities, she's a pretty strong woman, and I'm sure that she'll be a strong hero in the future. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you think of Uraraka's development, and should we put a spotlight on her more? Let me know. Now, originally, before reading chapter 215, I thought I was going to talk way more about Shinso vs Deku, but there's actually not too much to mention here. Shinso realizes that brainwashing is not going to work in this situation, so he hightails it with his scarf and tries to lure Deku back to his classmates. On the other hand, Deku doesn't want to use Black Whip or any of One for All since he's a little shaky about controlling it and wants to resort to his intellect. Now, this puts Shinso and Deku on an even playing field where they could just duke it out and Shinso could use his scarf. But that's not really what happens here, and I wish this battle was drawn out a little more. I hope that this is not the end of this arc and the end of this battle. If Deku is just on top of Shinso and then Class 1A wins, to me, it's a little bit anticlimactic, and I hope that we get to see more of Shinso vs Deku. I hope that the tables flip once again, and we can see a very climax ending here. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below who will win between Shinso and Deku, and who will win between Class 1A and Class 1B, and what more do you want to see in this fight? As always, thanks for watching. If you like these manga chapter reviews or My Hero Academia content, consider enrolling at UA today by clicking the subscribe button down below. And until next time, Plus Ultra.